Click It or Ticket until June 5th, 2011 this year. And today we have Sergeant Vito Terry, who is one of the traffic sergeants with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, is going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect from the role of the traffic officers during Click It or Ticket. So Click It or Ticket is back in Jacksonville this year. What can people on the streets of Jacksonville, while they're driving their cars, expect from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
In the short term, they should expect to get stopped if they're not wearing their seatbelts. The Click It or Ticket campaign is a nationwide campaign. Police officers across the nation are stopping people and they're writing paying citations for fade away seatbelt. Now, Florida has recently become, in the last couple of years, a primary state. What that means is that you can drive down the street and an officer can look over and see that you don't have on a seatbelt, and that's all he needs to stop you. Whereas prior to becoming a primary state, there had to be a violation that was committed prior to being able to stop you and write you a ticket for a violation of seatbelt.
And of course, they can be written these tickets not just during Click It or Ticket, but any time throughout the year. So it's very important that they wear their seatbelt as well as child safety restraints.
Absolutely. Click It or Ticket is designed to make people more aware. But anytime you get into a vehicle, everyone in the vehicle should be buckled down into a seatbelt.
This is Officer Geiger, who's one of our motormen with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Officer Geiger, what are some tips you can tell people, because it's a very nervous experience. They get the motorcycle or the police car behind them, they get nervous. What are some safety tips you can tell them so it's a safe experience for all?
Well, first of all, for them, at least pull over to a safe area. If it's at night, and if it's dark, if you're uncomfortable, go ahead and go up to a well-lit area so that one, you feel comfortable, and two, the officer feels comfortable. Well, the second thing also is for us, we're looking for any sudden moves that someone might make. We don't know what you're reaching for. We don't know what's in your car. We don't even know you. So the big thing is well-lit areas at night. Don't make any sudden moves. And then also your attitude. We're pulling you over for possibly a traffic infraction or even for you not wearing your seatbelt. Your best attitude can make it as pleasant as possible, because a lot of times we know that people don't want to see us at that time. But for us, we're here to try to educate you, and we can educate you in several ways. But really, you're, safe area, no sudden moves, and attitude.
And how much is this ticket? I know it's gone up recently, but how much is the ticket if they get one for no seatbelt?
For the seatbelt ticket at this point in time, it's still a non-moving violation, which means there's no points to go to the driver's license. And also it's a $114 fine.
$114, which can be eliminated if they just click and put their seatbelt on.
A simple thing is just put your seatbelt on, keep it on at all times while you're operating the vehicle on the roadway. Avoid it.
As you can see, Officer Geiger has just pulled over this vehicle. Now, the car has very dark tinted windows. Sergeant Terry, what would you recommend to people if they have tinted windows when they're pulled over?
At this point, as you see Officer Geiger approaches the vehicle, if you have dark tinted windows, to make the stop as comfortable as we can for the violator as well as the officer, you should consider rolling down all of your windows. It gives the officer the opportunity to see inside of the car so that he can see that the violator is not making any sudden moves, or if a sudden move was made, the officer is going to have time to react to that. But however, 99% of the people that are stopped in traffic violations are not criminals. If you roll your windows down, if you have dark tinted windows, it's going to make the stop go a lot smoother for the violator as well as the officer.
The officer pulls a individual over. What credentials should they expect to have to provide?
The officer is going to approach the vehicle and he's going to ask the violator for a driver's license, a registration, and proof of insurance. In addition to that, the officer is going to introduce himself to the violator by name and also advise the violator what the traffic stop was conducted of. During a stop, it's common practice for the violator to become nervous, but if the violator becomes nervous, the easiest way to get through that is to do everything that the officer is asking you to do, provide the credentials that are required, and that stop is going to be over as quickly as it began, and that officer will be on his way and the violator will be on their way.
Thank you very much, Sarge.